Next is leaching. So here the method is based on the solubility of the ore in a suitable solvent and the reactions in aqueous solution. So நம்ம suitable solvent use பண்ணி நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா we are making this process. So in this method the crushed ore is allowed to dissolve in a suitable solvent. நம்ம crush பண்ண ore ஒரு suitable solventல நம்ம dissolve பண்ணணும் and then the metal present in the ore is converted into its soluble salt. அப்போ நம்ம suitable solvent எடுத்து நம்ம dissolve பண்ணும்பொழுது அந்த மெட்டல் அந்த ஓரில் ப்ரெசென்ட்டாக இருக்கிற மெட்டல் என்னவா மாறிடும் ஒரு சால்ட்டாக கன்வெர்ட் ஆகிடும் அப்படின்னா ஒரு காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிடும் and then the following we will be following steps we need to follow. So first இப்போ cyanide leaching யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா இந்த cyanide leaching எதுக்காக அப்படின்னா it is mainly for the concentration of gold ore. So gold ஓர்லேருந்து கோல்டு பிரிக்கிறதுக்காக நம்ம இந்த cyanide leaching ஃபாலோ பண்ணலாம். The crushed ore of gold is leached with aerated dilute solution of sodium cyanide. So sodium cyanide aeratedனா அதுல நம்ம கொஞ்சம் air வந்து we would have aeratedனா any air molecules will be passed along into this. Now here the gold will be converted into a cyanide complex. இப்போ gold ஓரோடு சேர்ந்து இந்த sodium cyanide react ஆகும்பொழுது aeratedனா we have passed oxygen here along with water. So that cyanide complex will be formed along with gold. The gang aluminosilicate remains insoluble. Next is recovery of metal of interest from the complex by reduction. So இது எப்படி நம்ம recover பண்ணுறது pure gold எப்படி recover பண்ணுறது அப்படின்னா pure gold can be recovered by reacting the deoxygenated leached solution with the zinc. Deoxygenated na enadhu oxygen endume anga vandu aerated, that is oxygen is passed. Here no oxygen should be there. We have to react that complex with the zinc. So here in this process gold will be reduced to an elemental state. So enna agum nama reduce பண்ணும்போது zinc oda react ஆகும்போது gold இருக்க placeல zinc போய்டும், gold pure gold will be removed. In the process தான் நம்ம cementation அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். This question is 2 mark question, very very important. Next is ammonia leaching. When a crushed ore containing nickel, copper and cobalt is treated with aqueous ammonia under suitable pressure, ammonia selectively leaches with these metals forming their soluble complexes. இப்போ நமக்கு வந்து காப்பர் ஓர், நிக்கல் ஓர், கோபால்ட் எல்லாம் இருக்குன்னா இதை எல்லாமே சேர்ந்து நம்ம அமோனியாவோட ரியாக்ட் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா இந்த மெட்டல் என்ன பண்ணும் அமோனியா காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிடும். Okay, and then leaving behind the gang means what? All the impurities will be left behind. Next is alkali leaching. Alkali na we will be using any base. So in this method the ore is treated with aqueous alkali in the form of soluble complex. So for example bauxite, which is an important ore of aluminium, is heated with a solution of sodium hydroxide. So what we will do, bauxite will be treated. Alkali means sodium hydroxide is an alkali which will be allowed to react with the sodium hydroxide or sodium carbonate in the temperature 470 to 520 Kelvin at 35 atmosphere to form a soluble meta-aluminate, leaving behind the impurities. So impurities எல்லாம் விட்டுட்டு it will also form the complex. And the hot solution is decanted. Decanted na we all know very well, decantation. So we have to mix it and allow to settle down. We should not disturb that for a longer period of time so that all the impurity, all the metal of interest will be settled down at the bottom, cooled, and then it is diluted, and this solution is neutralized by passing carbon dioxide gas to form the hydrated aluminum oxide precipitate. Now this complex reacts with carbon dioxide to give this aluminium and sodium bicarbonate. So this precipitate is filtered off and heated around 1670 Kelvin to get pure alumina. Next is acid leaching. Leaching of sulfide ores like zinc blend, lead sulfide can be done by treating them with hot aqueous sulfuric acid. So we are having this zinc blend. If you react that with sulfuric acid and oxygen, we will get zinc sulfate and sulfur and then water. And this process, insoluble sulfide is converted into soluble sulfate and elemental sulfur. And finally we have is magnetic separation. So this method is applicable to ferromagnetic ores. So we all know what is ferromagnetic means. We have paramagnetic, diamagnetic and ferromagnetic materials or ores. Ferromagnetic means the orientation of these electrons is in random domain, random arrangement, and it is based on the difference in the magnetic properties. So based on the magnetic properties of the ores, here the separation is done. For example, tin stone can be separated from the wolframite impurities, which is a magnetic one, and similarly ores such as chromite, pyrolusite having magnetic property can be removed from the non-magnetic siliceous impurities. So here you can see the diagram very well. The powdered ore is poured through this mouth so that all the magnetic ores will be got stuck to this magnetic belt. So in the magnetic belt oda ella magnetic complexes compounds ellame ottiko, non magnetic compounds ellame it will be collected separately. So the crushed ore is poured into an electromagnetic separator consisting of a belt moving over two rollers, which one is magnetic, and the magnetic part of the ore is attracted towards the magnet and falls as a heap close to the magnetic region, while the non-magnetic particles will fall away from the belt. Is it clear? So all the magnetic particles will be separated one side because of the magnetic moving belt, and the non-magnetic particles will be removed on the other side. So today we have seen how to concentrate the work. How to concentrate means how to remove all the unwanted impurities we have seen. So we have seen first is gravity separation or hydraulic wash. There we will be crushing the ore, and the ore is made to flow through the rapidly running water. So difference between the specific gravity, the principle is done, that is higher specific gravity will be separated separately, and then lower specific gravity will be coming out separately. Next is froth flotation process. In froth flotation process, using a frothing agent and a depressing agent and an collector, we will do this process. And then leaching is based on the usage of suitable solvent. We had cyanide leaching, which is mainly for gold, and ammonia leaching is for nickel, copper and cobalt. Alkali leaching also, it could be applicable for any metals, and acid leaching. And finally we saw magnetic separation. So these are the different methods of concentration of ores. In the next topic, on the next class, we will see the extraction of crude metal, how to extract these crude metals from the concentrated ores. So today you will be having an assignment. 2 mark questions will be given. The question answers are from these pages only. Try to get the answer, listen to the video completely, write your assignment neatly in A4 sheet and send the answers to me, and then file the paper neatly. The assignment papers will be collected on the day of reopen. Thank you, children.